Anybody here from East Texas? Not a lot of us. We're pieces of shit. That's fine. Okay. I did drive a long way here, so if you guys don't laugh, I will probably kill myself. I really appreciate that. My wife, when she gets real bad allergies, she loses her voice. And about a week or so ago, she wanted to have sex. And I did it. Applaud. Okay. Right? And I did it. I tried so hard. And here's the problem though, when she loses her voice, I just felt like I was having sex with RFK. You know? The entire time she's like, why is it going soft? I'm like, you tell me, okay?
Yeah, I didn't date a lot in Fruitvale. Really, because I couldn't. It wasn't a lot of my choice, but I like to pretend that it was. But I also didn't try to date a lot in Fruitvale just because 3,000 people, you know? I feel like you go on a couple of dates with somebody there, you're like, man, we got along so well. We have so much in common. DNA. That is what you have in common. Probably a meemaw, you know?
I was actually raised in a town called Fruitvale, Texas. It's a town of about 3,000 people. Real small country town. You can tell it's a small country town because half the people you meet there are legally named Bubba. And I don't know if you've ever seen a Bubba, but they're usually in overalls, Crocs, you know, an outfit that says, don't check my search history. So, I've never had anybody named Bubba ever tell me anything worth knowing, you know. They've never been like, hey Michael, here's what you want to know about Roth IRA. I've had them send me a picture of the they took. It's about as smart as it gets. You know, that's why there's no CEOs named Bubba, you know. Tell me this, would you not be terrified if you got on a plane and you just heard immediately, ladies and gentlemen, this is your Captain Bubba. You're your pants. You know? You're like, this is another one of those planes that's just going to land upside down. So, you know he's drinking the entire time he's flying. Just listening to Leonard Skinner. But we're good. We've been married for 6 years now, and it's going good. We actually went to counseling a few years ago, and we went for just a few weeks. It was going good for her. I was mentally just kind of trying to see what ceiling fan would hold my body weight. But true story, we quit going to counseling because our counselor called my wife a bitch. I'm about to give you guys a free ticket here, men. If you find yourself in that situation, here's what you do. You stand up for your woman. Right? Men? You stand up for your women. Women, am I right? Yes. What you don't do is say, babe, that's a professional opinion. Okay? Okay? What was I saying before? I don't even remember. What was that? Do you remember? Anybody? White trash? What the fuck, dude? I wasn't even talking about comedy. I am white trash. And I went to jail. But the Marines had prepared me. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the Marines they're pretty hard, you know? So I took the training that the Marines gave me and I, you know, hardened myself, toughened up, and then I went and found the biggest, baddest mother I could find, and I blew him. Good guy. He's a good friend of mine now. Real good friend of mine. Helped me get through it. I was only in jail for like a day and a half. I was like 2 hours in, just like, bro, you got me right. You got me right. You got me right. Okay.
I also realized recently that I could never be in a threesome. I could never do it. I played Twister the other day, and that game is hard enough. But just imagine if you had to have sex with both of those guys at the same time. That's crazy.